Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So here in this channel we explore the fascinating world of English literature, and in today's video we'll dive into the translation of the Bibles and the evolution of the periodical and magazines, which was a key milestone that not only shaped the literary trends but also reflected the cultural, political and social dynamics of their times. So whether you are preparing for the UGC NET exam or PGT exam or GATE exam under any for any competitive English literature exam, you are going to love this video, and this video is going to be very informative for you. You can watch this video at the time of your revision, whether you are starting your preparation or you want your revision. You can watch this video, and this video is going to help you immensely. So I hope you just love this video, and this video will be a treasure trove of knowledge for you guys. So without much delay, let's start our today's video on Bibles, translations and periodicals and magazines. Okay, so first let's start our video with the translation of the Bibles, which is the important aspects. One question was definitely asked from this part, so we must know about the Bible translation if we do not want to miss even 2 marks. So, our story begins with the earliest version of the Bible. The original texts were written in 3 languages, that is Hebrew, Aramaic and Greek. So first, if we talk about the Vulgate Bible, that is published in 4th century CE. So the Vulgate, translated by St. Jerome, was the first Latin version of the Bible, and it became the standard Bible for the Western Church for over 1000 years. Next, it comes to early English translation. So, with the spread of Christianity to England, the need for English translation of the Bible became more pressing. So, now let's explore how this process began from the 4th century to more forward. So I haven't mentioned it here, but some Bibles like Cadman's paraphrase that is published in 17th century, Alfred the Great's Psalms that is published in 10th century, and then here the date that I have mentioned is Wycliffe's Bible that is published in 1382, and it was published in late 14th century. So John Wycliffe and his followers created the first full translation of the Bible into the Middle English, and it was hand copied and based on the Latin Vulgate. So that's why I have written only the important details. I have not added the Cadman's paraphrase or Alfred Geddes Mams. I have only added that is only important from the exam point of view. So after this old and early English translation, we came to the Reformation era and the printing press. So the invention of the printing press, as we know, happened in the 15th century, that revolutionized the Bible translation, and it make the Bible translation more accessible to the public. So after 1382, that is Wycliffe's Bible publication, we came to 1455, that is Gutenberg Bible, which is the first major book that is printed using some movable type, and it was published in Latin only. Now, if we talk about Erasmus Bible, it was published in Greek New Testament, and it was published in 1516, and it was the foundation for many later English translations. Next, we came to 1526 Tyndale Bible. So Tyndale Bible was published in 1526. So William Tyndale's Bible was the first English translation that directly translated from Hebrew and Greek text, and it was printed and widely distributed despite being banned in England. It was banned in England, but still it was published. Next, we came to Coverlet Bible that was published in 1535. So, Miles Coverlet's Bible was the first complete English Bible to be printed and included the Apocrypha. Next, we came to Matthew's Bible. I haven't mentioned it here, but the Matthew Bible, it was compiled by John Rogers. It was not that important, but if you want to remember this, please note it down. So, in 1537, Matthew Bible was published. So, it was compiled by John Rogers, and it was combined the Tyndale's Bible and the Cowley's work. Now, the Great Bible was printed in 1539. So, it was the first authorized English Bible that is commissioned by King Henry the Eighth. Next, we have Geneva Bible that is published in 1560. So, it was the first Bible with verse numbers that is popular among the Puritans. So, you just need to remember the dates and the name of the Bible that was published in that date, and you can remember, you should remember in which language it was published and what was the context of that Bible. So next we have, after Geneva Bible that was published in 1560, next we have Bishop's Bible that was published in 1568. So Bishop's Bible was authorized by Church of the England, as we can know from the name Bishop. So it was authorized by the Church of the England to replace the Geneva Bible. So I have noted down for you. I have made it easy. I have written it everything down in chronological order, and I have provided each context in very short lines so that it will be very easy for you to remember and to understand it as well. Next we have 1611. It was mostly this question was being asked, but so we need to remember it, but everything is important. King James Bible that was published in 1611. So the King James version of Bible remains one of the most influential translation. So it was commissioned by King James the First, and it was monumental effort that involved some 47 scholars. So next we have some modern version of the Bible. So modern times have brought us some translation that aim to make the Bible accessible to a broader audience while staying true to the original text. So the first modern translation of the Bible that happened in between 1881 to 1885, that is the revised version of the Bible. So it was the first major revision of the King James Bible. As we know, King James Bible was published in 1611. So this revised version of Bible that is published between 1881 to 1885 was the major revision of the King James Bible. Next we have American Standard Version Bible that is published in 1901. So it was an American revision of the revised version. Next we have a Revised Standard Version that is published in 1952. So this Revised Standard Version sought to combine some accuracy with readability to make it popular in both academic and some religious circles also. So next we have New International Version that is published in 1978. So this New International Version became one of the most widely used modern translation that is being praised for its clarity and the contemporary language. And in the last, we have the last modern translation, that is the Message, that was translated in 2002. So this Message was paraphrased version of the Eugene Peterson, who reimagines the Bible in modern and everyday language. So you need to remember about everything, every name and when it was published and what is the context of the Bible. So I hope now you have actually understood the context behind the Bible translation, and as well as the name and publication date of the Bible translation. Next, we move forward to periodicals and magazines. So we from the information that we have, the early beginnings, that is from 18th century, periodicals and magazines began to publish. So our journey will begin our journey of the periodicals and magazines from 18th century. That is a time, as we know, when essays, satire and societal commentary gained some immense popularity through these periodicals and magazines. So first we have the Tatler that was published in 1709. And the Tatler was founded by Richard Stilley, and it was published 3 times a week, that is Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and it ran for 271 issues. So its primary focus was on the manners, politics and culture. Next we have the Spectator after the Tatler, that was published in 1711. So the Spectator was published by Joseph Addison and Richard Stilley. So it published daily except Sundays, and it bought us some 555 issues, I think, and its essays combined some wit, moral philosophy to become an it became an instant hit among the literal middle class. Next we have the Gentleman's Magazine, which was published in 1731. So this Gentleman's Magazine was founded by Edward Cave. The Gentleman's Magazine was the first monthly periodical and remained influential for decades over the 20th century, we can say. So it covered a wide range of topics including history, science and literature. Next we have the Monthly Review. So this Monthly Review started in 1749 and it played a major role in shaping some literary criticism to provide monthly insights into the latest books. Next we have the Rambler. So the Rambler was published in 1750 by Samuel Johnson, and the Rambler was published twice a week and it spanned of 208 issues. So its essays delve into life, morality and literature. As we know, Samuel Johnson was more into the essays kind of thing. So its essays delve into life, morality and literature. Next we have the Bee, that was published in 1759. So from this we move forward from after the Rambler, we move forward to late 18th and early 19th century periodicals. So here we can see the rise of political and literary criticism in those periodicals. So in 1759, the Bee was published, and the Bee was founded by Oliver Goldsmith. And this Bee magazine, it was a short-lived but important weekly periodical that focuses on some society and politics. Next we have the Watchman, which was published in 1796. So the Watchman was published by S.T. Coleridge and it was published weekly and it had just 10 issues. And this Watchman periodical focuses on political and philosophical themes. Next we have the Critical Review, which was published in 1802. So this monthly magazine offered some sharp literary criticism and it was edited by Tobias Smollett. Next we have the Edinburgh Review, that was published in 1802. So it was one of the most influential periodicals because the Whig politics was mentioned in this Edinburgh Review. Whigs are mostly attracted to this Edinburgh Review. So this Edinburgh Review was published quarterly and it had a strong emphasis on politics and literature. Next, we move forward to the Political Register, that was published in 1802, that is edited by William Cobbett, and it focuses on politics and reform. Next, we have the Examiner, that was published in 1808, and it was founded by Leigh Hunt. That the Examiner was a weekly magazine promoting liberal ideals and literary excellence. So next we have the Quarterly Review, and it was published in 1809 and it was mostly about the Tory politics. As we know, the Edinburgh Review that was published in 1802 was for the Whig politics. So the Quarterly Review that was published in 1809 was based on Tory politics and it was a conservative counterpart to the Edinburgh Review published by John Moray. So now we move forward to the 19th century, that was marked the golden age of the magazines with periodicals to become a platform for some serialized novels and literary debates. So we start our golden age of magazines with the new monthly magazine that was published in 1814. So this new monthly magazine was a literary magazine which showcases the essays, poems and serialized fiction. So next we move forward to Blackwood's Edinburgh magazine that was published in 1817, and it was known for its conservative politics and support of the Romantic writers. So it was known for its connection to the Romantic literature. Next we have the Literary Gadget that was published in 1817 and it focused on books, culture and arts. Next, we have the London magazine that was published in 1820, and this is a monthly magazine, and it became a hub for the Romantic poets like Charles Lamb and William Hazlitt. Also we can say that it became a sphere for the Romantic poets like Lamb and Hazlitt. Next, we move forward to the Westminster Review that was published in 1824. So, the Westminster Review championed some utilitarian and reformist ideas to establish itself as a liberal periodical, and it was founded by Jeremy Bentham. So next we have Bentley's Miscellany that was published in 1836 and it was edited by Richard Bentley, which featured the works of Charles Dickens. Next, we have the Dial magazine published in 1840. So, this Dial magazine was published in 1840, and it was a quarterly magazine that had 60 issues, and it was edited by Emerson and Margaret Fuller, and it was associated with the American Transcendentalism. Next, we have next we have the Jom, which was published in 1850 and it was published by Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, which focuses on art and poetry. Next we have the Household Words that is published in 1850. So Household Words, edited by Charles Dickens, was a weekly publication which focuses on social reform and serialized fiction. Next, we have the Saturday Review, which was published in 1855, and it was edited by Eddie Hope, and it was known for its critical commentary on literature and politics. Next, we have the All the Year Round, which was published in 1859, and it was also edited by Dickens. And All the Year Round continued the tradition of the serialized novels, which includes some Dickens' own works. Next, we have the Macmillan's magazine published in 1859 and it focused on literature, essays, reviews and it was associated with intellectual thought. Next, we have the Cornhill magazine published in 1860 and this Cornhill magazine was founded by W.M. Thackeray and it featured some serialized novels and essays and it was also a monthly magazine that published some serialized novels by leading authors of that time. And at last, we have the Fortnightly Review that was published in 1865, which was a liberal magazine publishing essays, literature, and criticism. So, as our video ends here, so let's summarize some of the key details for your to boost your preparation. So many periodicals like the Rambler, the Edinburgh Review, they were published weekly or quarterly and they focus on the specific themes like politics, literature and social reform. Others such as Blackwood's magazine, Household Words, they become more iconic for the serialized novels. And for the UGC NET exam, please remember these names, their founders, the publication dates. Please remember when, in which day it was published, whether it was published in, it was a weekly periodical or a quarterly or a monthly, and remember even if it is published weekly, remember the days in which it was published, remember the issues, how many issues were there in the periodicals or the magazines, in the specific periodicals or the magazines, remember the frequency or the what themes was associated with the periodicals or magazines. So these are some of the important aspects you need to focus to gain some good mark in this topic. And as we have seen, the periodicals and magazines, they always ask question from periodicals and magazines. One or two questions are definitely being asked. It can be in the form of match the following, or they can ask you it in chronological details. So we can see that periodicals and magazines have played a crucial role in shaping the English literature. They were the platforms where writers tested the ideas, novels found their first readers. And so if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section below which periodical you found the most interesting, or if you want to learn some more about any topic, please feel free to ask in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, happy studying and good luck for your exam preparation.